While visiting a cemetery, we might notice how we don't see many people among us. The dates on the headstones go so far back. Some reflect a time when a woman couldn't even have her name on her own epitaph. The vulnerability of humankind is so magnified in the environment of a cemetery. Whatever mistakes anyone made in their lifetimes are irrelevant here. Some grave sites have been neglected for years. Buddhism teaches us about Samsara, the cycle of death and rebirth that all life is bound to in the material realm. The goal of enlightenment is to escape the cycle of samsara, to reach nirvana, which translates as to be extinguished. In the West, the word nirvana is often used to describe a place of ecstasy or no hard work, but it's more accurate to see it as a placeless place. No desire, no sense of self, no hell, but also no heaven. The thought of impermanence, the great thing that makes us all forgotten, isn't easy to digest, especially if we were neglected emotionally. And the wounds of neglect can mutate into paranoia, outrage, or suicidal ideation. It's traumatic to be forgotten in a relative sense, but we need to remember being forgotten is necessary in the absolute sense. It's the fate of all things. The trillions of cells we were given in our lifetime simply can't last. We can't keep hanging around in this form once our gate has closed. Even if so much within us feels half-finished. Excessive attention today can't go back in time and compensate for our early years of neglect. And this is why we end up desiring more and more attention further into adulthood. Well, it never seems to be enough. This isn't about self-erasure. Our limited time hasn't run out yet. We can still work on our needs, but we should do so in more effective ways. Fame won't help us accept ourselves better. Greed won't nourish us the way helping others can. It is tragic that we didn't receive that loving attention we deserved. There's no need to downplay the truth. Our parents weren't emotionally there for us, and it's damaged us. And the hurt from neglect isn't even taken seriously by most. It's well within our right to allow space for lamenting all the lost opportunities for love. We should let ourselves grieve. Knowing we will be forgotten one day may be the spark that lights what's left for us. We might stop worrying about others' opinions of us. It would be tragic if long after we were dead, others were obsessing over us when they should be thinking of their own priorities. The samsaric cycles of abandonment can finally be broken once we focus on giving future communities the love we still resent not getting. One day, nobody will know who we are, And that's a good thing, because the lives of others will have their own urgency to focus on. Impermanence can help us transform desire into being a little more generous. The difference between seeing impermanence as losing or giving rests on how we choose to tell our story's epilogue. We'll have to give our atoms back to the universe someday. The more we meditate on impermanence today, the more kind and memorable our karma can be tomorrow, however many tomorrows remain.